What's up, you freaking geniuses? So, in this video, I want to give you a quick introduction into absolute value. So when you're asking what the absolute value of a number is, all you're really asking is how far away from zero is it, okay? So if I asked you what is the absolute value of 3, okay? Well, how far away is 3 from 0? Well, it's 1, 2, 3 spots away, right? So the absolute value of 3 is just 3, okay? So it's a pretty simple concept. So again, the absolute value of a number is just asking you how far away from 0 is it? Okay, and mathematically, how could I ask this question right here? The absolute value of 3. Well, I would just write a 3, and then I would draw a bar on each side of the number, okay? So this right here means absolute value of 3. So again, if I asked you what the absolute value of 3 is, we found out that it's just 3, right? So again, what if I asked you what's the absolute value of 5? What would that be? Well, again, all I'm asking is how far away is 5 from 0? And we could see it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots, right? So the absolute value of 5 is just 5. Now let's change this up a little bit. What if I asked you what is the absolute value of -3? Okay, well again, all I'm asking is how far away is -3 from 0? Well, let's count. It'd be 1, 2, 3 spots away, right? So the absolute value of -3 is just 3. Okay, so when we're talking about absolute value, we don't care if we're on the negative side or the positive side of the number line, because all we're asking is how far away from 0 are we? Okay, so again, if I asked you what is the absolute value of -5, well, how far away is -5 from 0? Well, it would just be 5 spots away, right? So something important to notice here is when you're taking the absolute value of a number, it's always positive, okay? This is positive, this is positive, this is positive. So it's normally pretty easy to figure out what the absolute value of a number is because it's always positive. Okay, and one more example I want to cover is what is the absolute value of 4, okay? But not just 4, I'm also going to put a negative sign out here in the front, okay? So how would we solve this? Well, let's just start with the absolute value part. So the absolute value of 4 is just 4, right? But now, as you can see, this negative sign out here is not inside of these absolute value bars, okay? So it doesn't just disappear like these did over here, right? Because this negative sign for -3 basically disappeared, so we were just left with 3. Same thing with -5, right? This thing disappeared, and then it was just 5. This time, this negative sign is on the outside of these absolute value bars, okay? So since it's on the outside, we have to keep it. So the negative absolute value of 4 is -4. Okay, so let's do one more here. What if we had the absolute value of -4, but again, let's put a negative sign out here. So what would this be? Well, again, let's just start with these absolute value bars, okay? So what's the absolute value of -4? That would be 4, right? But again, we have this negative sign on the outside of these absolute value bars. So since it's on the outside, it's out here, we have to keep it. So the negative absolute value of -4 would be -4. All right, guys, so there's your basic intro into absolute value. I hope it was helpful. If it was, definitely leave a thumbs up down below. It's always appreciated. And if you still got questions, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to try and help you out. There's a pre-algebra playlist attached at the end of the video, so if there's any other pre-algebra topics or absolute value topics that you need to check out, definitely check those out, and I'll see you there.